Well, I need a haircut. Okay, so not quite 2 months ago, I got this, an iPhone. I went to the dark side. Never thought I would do it. I did it. And even got a comment on our on the first video about, so which do you like better? And I said I would do a follow-up video a week later, and here it is almost 2 months later, and I'm finally getting around to that. Okay. Do I like the iPhone better than the Android? Which is better? Okay. Well, I'll start off with how do apps and things and stuff function. I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I already had an iPad, so I already kind of knew how that all worked, so I didn't have that part of the learning curve, like how to share from, photos to apps, which is kind of dumb in iPhones. That is way better in Androids, but if you just go to the app, it works better. It doesn't really matter. That's not a big thing for me. As far as, downloading apps themselves, one thing I got to give a plus to the iPhone on is if I'm just not doing anything with the phone, it doesn't seem to suck the battery dry as much. It just doesn't go down as fast. Whereas my Android, even when it was new, it would just like, oh, the phone is on and it's not on a charger, so we're just sucking battery, whatever's going on in the background. I have no scientific basis for this. It's just what I observed. The other thing that I would say is a plus with the iPhone is that, at least with this one in particular, is it has 128 gig of storage. Just bought that way. No, you can't expand it. That's one thing Android nerds will say, oh, but you can't expand it. Well, you can't on a lot of Androids either. And yeah, now you can buy some bigger ones there. I just love being able to store tons of videos like Netflix downloads and other movies that I rip into my computer. I love having that. The one thing I hate about the iPhone is the stupid keyboard. It is so dumb compared to the Android. Android is far superior. The last two phones I had were Motorola, and the most recent one was a Samsung, and then I had a Motorola and a Samsung before that. It didn't matter which one of those three keyboards it was. They were all better than this piece of garbage. It's awful. Why is it awful? Because every button does one thing. That's it. One thing, one button. With the Android, if you tapped a button and held it in, there'd be another character on there that it would do something else. It would have another special character. You didn't have to switch between 3 different screens to find the frickin' button you wanted. Another thing Android has was just a .com button. So if you type in the web address, boom. The period wasn't on a separate screen. Yeah, I know, you double click the space bar and you get a period. Whoop-de-friggin-do. I'm one of those weirdos who actually uses punctuation in text messages and emails, so having to go back and forth drives me crazy. You do get a little bit more when you turn it sideways, a little bit more, but not enough. So that's a bonus to the Android. So, which one's better, Android or iPhone? Neither. They're just phones. Sorry if you wanted me to take a big side on one way or the other, like, oh, I'm a totally converted iPhone. No, I'd get an Android again. And do I hate the iPhone? Absolutely not. No, it works just fine. I would give about that much advantage to the iPhone. That's it. That's all. Oh, but wait. I have to have a stupid cord that costs like minimum $12, so we're back to even when I forget a charger.